Hello everyone, this is Mayank and welcome back to my channel. So today in this video we'll discuss about one particular stock that has the potential to go up to 5x. We'll discuss the finer points, we'll discuss the management commentary, we'll discuss the growth potential also, we'll discuss the sector also in this video. So everything will be covered. So my request for you would be to watch the entire video so that you get all the information required for you to make a concrete decision whether you should invest in this stock or not. Now the decision of investing or not investing completely lies to you. Now this website reloadyourwallet.com you have been seeing for some time now on the channel. So this is a website which we created. It has some content related to minimalist lifestyle and personal finance. Some content related to stocks and startups will also be added in the due course of time. So if you are interested in reading this information, this kind of content for minimalist lifestyle, personal finance, debt reduction, retirement planning and all those things, you can go to the website. Check that out. If you find it helpful, let us know in the comment section. If you have any feedback, you let us know in the comment section. This will help us to improve the website also. Now coming to the discussion of the stock. Before I jump into the stock, we need to discuss about steel as a sector. So how the steel as a sector has fared up in India right now for last 1 or 2 years. We'll not go into deep discussion about steel as a sector or steel stocks because this is not the topic for this talk. The stock which we are going to discuss doesn't belong to steel sector at all. But we need to discuss steel so that we can discuss more about the stock which we are going to discuss. Briefly, India was second largest producer of crude steel in 2021. The production was up to a range of 104 103 million metric ton. 2022 India see a forecast increase of 18 to 17 to 18%, where the amount wise it will go up to volume wise it will go up to 120 million tons and 110 million tons, kind of 110 120 million tons, out of which export was 7.75 million tons and import was 2.37 million tons. Right now, export is going to a very lucrative part of the sector because of war between Russia and Ukraine. Because of this war, the demand and price of steel has increased a lot in the European market, and India is a producer of steel where the production of steel cost is relatively lower than the entire global market. In some cases, it's the lowest in India. So India can produce steel at a very marginal price compared to the global market, and India can export a lot to the European market where there is a huge demand and there is no supply. So this is a good market. So if you are someone who are interested in investing on steel companies, then this sector overall has a good potential. You can definitely choose one of the mini stocks. There are JSW, ISPL, there are Siam Metallics, there are Tata Steel, there is JSW. So a lot of companies are there which are in the sector. You can decide, you can research yourself and decide one stock where you want to invest. Between April 2020 and June 2021, Indian metallurgical industries attracted FDI inflows of $16 billion. So that's a huge amount of money. $16 billion came into metallurgical industries. Metallurgical means mining also, metallurgical means steel also, metallurgical means pig iron also. So overall, this kind of $16 billion huge money coming to this sector from FDI. That means this stock, this particular, not stock, this particular sector has a huge potential. So as a sector, you can definitely go back and invest in this stock. Now we need to see global iron ore reserve for the top 10 countries in the world. If you see here, Australia has the highest, Brazil, Russia, China, India, Ukraine are the top 6 countries in the global iron ore reserve chart. Now if you see there are two figures, 51,000 million metric ton and 25,000 million metric ton. So what are these two figures? 51,000 million metric ton is the iron reserve that Australia have for financial year 2021. 25,000 is the iron content. So now iron ore doesn't consist of only iron, they have other oxides also. So the quality of iron ore is decided based on the percentage of iron content in the iron ore reserve. So iron ore, sorry. So if it is below 30%, around 30%, that means it's not a good quality iron ore. Anything above 50 or 60% considered to be a good iron ore. The more the percentage, the better the quality is. So in the case of Australia, if you see, it has around 50%, right? 50% is the iron content in the iron ore reserve. If you go to Brazil, this has even less than 50%. I think it's around 45% for Brazil. If you go to India, then you will see out of 5,500, they have around 4,400 iron content. This comes around more than 60%, so around 63%, I believe. So this is the iron ore quality in India. If you go to Russia, it's very good. Out of 25,000, it's only 14,000. Ukraine, if you see out of 65, they have only 23. So this is not even 40%. This is somewhere around 38%. right? So the content of iron or iron content in the iron ore is a very huge factor of the price of the iron ore. So India has a very good iron ore content, and the production cost of iron ore is also relatively lower compared to global market. So Indian iron ore can be a very good export quality, and can have a very good demand in the export market also. So, because of war between Russia and Ukraine, the entire supply of iron ore has gone through like turmoil. Correct. So, these countries which have good iron ore reserve, that will come into rescue. And since India has the best quality, if India can produce more iron ore than the domestic consumption, then India can export a good amount of iron ore. India can be highly benefited because of their two factors. First factor is the quality. So quality of iron ore of India is very good, and second is the cost. So cost of production, so I'll write here cost. So cost of production of iron ore is very less in India, and quality is very good in terms of iron ore. So both these factors will help India if India can export iron ore from India to the other countries. So whether India can do it or not, that is an important factor to see. Now iron ore production in India, will see. So NMDC is the company which is the largest iron ore producer in India. So we'll see briefly about NMDC. So NMDC is the largest iron ore producer in India, and they have around 7 iron mines, including diamond mines. They are in Chhattisgarh and Karnataka, right? And they have huge iron ore reserve right now for them. So they produce iron ore pellets and crude iron ore, and they sell it to multiple different steel producing companies. Now there is a catch here. The production what they do doesn't go to all the steel companies. Some steel companies have their own reserves also. Like Tata Steel has their own iron mine, Jindal has their own iron mine. So because of which NMDC is not the only supplier to all the iron factories in India. There are a lot of other mining companies also, and these steel companies have their captive mine also. So now this can be in favor of NMDC also. I'll explain it why it can be a favor of NMDC. In 2021, NMDC has mined 34 million tons of iron. That is the highest ever they have done. Okay, and that is not where they're going to stop. The forecast is huge. They hold 92.3% stake in a company called Legacy Iron Ore Limited, based out of Australia. This company has iron ore reserves like mining, then they have gold mining and other minings also. So as I told you in the previous slide, Australia is the largest iron ore reserve, and NMDC owns 92.3% stake in a company which is in Australia, and they have iron ore reserves and all. So that's a very good plus point for NMDC. The fundamentals of NMDC. If you see NMDC fundamentals, the stock price is very less. It's only 4.43, where book value is 121. And ROC and ROE, if you see 29.6 and 21.8, that is very attractive. Debt to equity ratio is 0.0. If you see, debt is only 155 crore. A mining company, PSU company, is completely debt free, where net profit is 6,277 crore. That's a huge net profit compared to debt. So this company has a lot of free cash flow in their bucket, and they can utilize it to expand their business like anything. And this is the reason why this company has a lot of growth potential. This is the reason why they have so much money, that all this money can invested, and the company can get a lot of profit generated from this free cash flow. So this is a net profit and earning per share for last around 6 years. So if you see how this thing is growing from 2546, 2544, 3808, 4618, 3573. This is 2020. This is 2020. Then 6277, then 10,398. So they have registered highest ever net profit in trailing 12 months, and this is the highest ever earning per share in the last around 6 years. So the earning per share is so high, because of that this P ratio has gone up to so low. Now the growth potential of NMDC. So we understood what NMDC does. They don't do any rocket science. They are a mining company. They mine iron and they mine diamond also. The major revenue comes from iron ore mining only, and they're doing good. So this is what the company, the fundamentals are very strong. What is important for us is the growth potential. What the company has done in the past, it's good, but what they can do in the future, that decides whether that stock can become 5x or not. So this is very important factor for us to see. Their target production is to reach up to 67 million ton by 2024, right? So they were 34 million ton, and they will go up to 24 by, they will go up to 67 million ton by 2024. That means they will become 2x here. Please note it down. This is a very important point. The production will go up to 2x. They can reach up to 100 million ton in the due course of time. The target what this company has kept is for 200 million ton is, sorry, around 2030. But this, if they can reach 67 million by 2024, my understanding that they can reach up to this, sorry, this can by 2025 only. This is what my understanding is, but the forecast is 2030. The speed at which they are growing, they won't take 2030 to reach 100 million metric ton. The steel plant with a capacity of 3 million ton per annum will be operational by July this 2022. So they are starting their own steel plant in Chhattisgarh. It's already set up. The blast furnace, or the coke furnace or burning of coke, something like that, has already been started, and they will start production of steel from July of this year itself. So this company NMDC will supply iron ore also to the steel plant, and they will start selling steel also. So they are getting into a new revenue generation mode where the revenue will add to this 2x what we are talking about. So basically their production will increase by 2x. Their steel production also start adding to the revenue. Median P is 8.8, and there is a very good chance of P expansion opportunity. I'll come to that and tell you. So right now the P is 4.4 around. So this can become 8.8x because the median P for this company has been around 8.8. So this can give you a double return, 2x return. Now this is when the capacity is same. Now they're going to increase their capacity to 67 million ton. That means the capacity will become double x. So when capacity become double x, that means the return can be double of the current PE. So that means this will become 4x. So this is why I'm saying this can become 5x. 4x is done with the iron ore production, and 1x will come from this steel plus 1x, right? So total return can happen up to 5x. Why I'm saying 3 years? Because of this particular factor. 2 years they will double to 67 million ton by 2024, and still they will also start producing this year also. So in 3 years, not even 3 years, 2 to 3 years, there is a definite chance of getting a return up to 5x. So this is the reason why I'm saying this stock has all the potential return up to 5x because of the growth you can see here. Export opportunity. So this we have not considered also. As per the management talk, if they can reach up to 100 million metric ton, if they can reach up to 100 million metric ton, they can start exporting to other countries. Right now they don't export to other countries because of export duties and some freight charges and all those things. As per the commentary, they are not exporting because whatever they produce, that is enough to consume in India. The moment they reach 100 million metric ton, they can come into export also. So you can see, if they can reach by 2025 100 million metric ton, so their revenue of 5x will come from iron ore reserve and steel, and then something will add because of export also, right? So that can go up more than 5x, but since we are being very little not that optimistic, so let's suppose they can't reach it, they can only reach up to the iron ore reserve growth and steel growth. So 5x is the definite return what we can get in this stock if the management commentary turns out to be true, and everything what they are saying, they can do all those things in reality also. Everything is realistic and everything looks achievable. What can help? What can restrict this company to achieve this? This is the threat. Substantial decrease in iron ore price. Now, iron ore price has been the highest in last 1 or 2 years, like post pandemic. If the price of iron ore reduces a lot, like the iron ore price almost increased by 3x, if the price of iron ore reduces to, let's suppose it becomes half, 50%, then that will impact the bottom line of the company. Bottom line is the profit of the company. So in that case, if the profit reduces even after producing a huge amount of iron ore, that time the stock price might not go high because the margin will reduce. Margin will reduce the earning per share, and earning per share reduces the overall the price of the stock. So this is a major threat which I personally think it might not happen because of war of Russia and Ukraine. Now this war, the destruction of this war will not be so easily replaceable, right? So Ukraine is completely become a disaster right now. Russia is going through all the sanctions and everything. So we need somebody to put iron reserve in the global market, right? Be it through India or not, doesn't matter, but somebody need to create that supply. So iron ore reserves will always be for next at least 2 years. It will always be in demand. So production, the cost of iron ore will not reduce because unless and until Russia and Ukraine completely comes in the market to do their supply of iron ore, the demand of iron ore, the price of iron ore will not reduce. This is my thought process, and that's the reason I think that within 2 to 3 years, since iron price will not reduce. Now this is completely my opinion. You can always read more about it, and you can give your comments in the feedback, comments in the comment section, that why I can be wrong here and why the price of this stock cannot go up to 5x. There are many reasons. One top of all the cherry or what I say cherry on the top for this stock is that this stock gives a lot of dividend. So I'll try to erase what I can here. This stock gives a lot of dividend. So dividend of this stock is around 10%. So 10%, not around 10%, not exactly 10%, but around 9 to 10%. So 9 to 10% will definitely get return from this stock. That is one kind of return. And then the appreciation of the stock can go up to 5x. This is another return. So this is a huge potential stock. A lot of money can be made here if the investment can be done at right price. Personally, I have invested in this stock already, and the count of the stock has been increasing. And as I told you, the potential for the stock to increase is very high, and management is also very bullish, and they are trying to do everything what they can do in their capacity, where they can improve the fundamentals of the company and also the balance sheet of the company. So this was my personal research and personal understanding. You can have a different, you can decide whether you want to invest in the stock or not. So if you think this content is helpful, do like, do video, give a comment, share with your friends and family, and subscribe the channel if you are new to the channel. And thank you so much for watching. Stay happy, stay safe.